Hey guys, exclusive reviews here with yet another brand new smartphone unboxing and review video, the Galaxy M40. Please subscribe and click the bell icon for more videos and updates. So what do we have by design basis? The Galaxy M40 breaks the monotony by introducing a display hole design to this segment, the Infinity or cutout. Earlier seen on the Galaxy S10e is just as impressive here as it comes across as less jarring than other new old school notch designs. The 6.3-inch display takes over most of the front with fairly minimal bezels on three sides. The chin along the bottom edge is a bit thicker but doesn't come across as obstructive. You might notice the lack of an earpiece along the top edge. The Galaxy M40 makes use of a screen sound technology to convert the display area into a speaker, while the mid-range segment 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees is fast shaping up to be the hottest category of phones in India. Devices such as the Redmi Note 7 Pro, which focuses on camera and performance, dominate the category, but so do phones like the Galaxy A50, one that offers a more balanced approach and widespread offline availability. So, what do we have in the box? The Samsung Galaxy M40 ships in a fairly basic package. Additions are limited to a travel charger, a USB-C headphone. The retail package lacks a 3.5mm to USB-C dongle, nor does it ship with a TPU case. We would highly recommend investing in a lighter given the phone is fingerprint magnet. In box, it's barely basic. That's the Galaxy M40, the phone itself, the 15-watt fast charger. Yes, the phone do have fast charging capability, the USB-C cable and the USB-C earphone, the SIM ejector tools and a few paperworks. That's all that we get in the Samsung Galaxy M40 package. The Samsung Galaxy M40 has a polycarbonate body. It's not aluminum frame, nothing. It's a polycarbonate body that started showing signs of scratches and scuffs. Not everything is positive though. For one, the phone lacks a headphone jack. The phone ships with a USB-C earphones in the box, but that doesn't quite make up for the missing port. Next, the polycarbonate material used for construction is a fingerprint magnet. The entire build of the phone is polycarbonate and it feels reasonably good. The buttons offer sufficient feedback, though they don't feel quite as tactile as those of Xiaomi's Redmi series. No, the phone does not have any official IP rating, nor is there any mention of P2I coding. So you will want to be extra cautious when using the phone around water. The phone uses a gradient style pattern in polycarbonate instead of a more common top to bottom fade. The color shift pattern is all around the edges. All in all, the Galaxy M40 wins out in the design department. It is clear that some compromises had to be made to get there. On one hand, the Galaxy M40 offers one feature or the another. The M40 brings a punch hole design to an all new price category and steps a notch above its contemporaries as far as design is concerned. Is that enough in a market that is saturated with a wide variety of options? That's what we aim to find out in Samsung Galaxy M40 review. Play. The Galaxy M40 comes with a 6.3-inch LCD display. To be clear, it's not an AMOLED display, it's a 6.3-inch LCD display having resolution of 2340 by 1080, 409 pixel per inch, PLS TFT LCD panel with infinity hole punch. It is no OLED panel, but the display of the Galaxy M40 is reasonably good. Color are nicely saturated and multimedia content looks great. The Galaxy M40's 3500 mAh battery is smaller than almost every other device in this price band, putting the phone at an immediate disadvantage. Now Samsung claims it has worked and optimizing the phone for all-day use, but that's its limit. While competing devices will manage to chunk out it the next day or even further, the Galaxy M40 runs out of steam by the end of the day. Average screen on time hovered around the 5-hour mark during my first time with the phones, which is noticeably worse compared to the competition. Charging the phone is reasonably fast and you can top it off in about 96 minutes using the included 15 watts charger. So, talking about the performance segment, the phone ships with a Snapdragon 675 processor, Adreno 612 graphics and a 6GB RAM with a 128GB inbuilt storage. The Samsung Galaxy M40 sports the same Snapdragon 675 chipset that we saw in the Redmi Note 7 Pro with 6GB memory and 128GB of storage on board. The spec sheet is competitive in this segment of devices. It's possible to expand the storage further via the hybrid SIM slot. That's, you can either opt for storage expansion by sacrificing one of the SIM slots. It's a hybrid slot. As talking about the audio department, as we mentioned earlier, the Samsung Galaxy M40 lacks a headphone jack. You do get a pair of USB-C headphones in the box, but a dongle is not at all provided. Audio output from the speaker is loud. Pretty loud, but nothing worth writing home about. The mono speaker sounds shrill and lacks depth. Owing to the bottom firing position of the speaker, it's likely that you will cover it up while playing a game or while watching a video. Unlike the Samsung Galaxy A50, the M40 does not support an inbuilt fingerprint reader. Instead, you get a rear-mounted fingerprint scanner. It is fast, it works just fine, and I doubt many will complain about it. Should you prefer it, there is a support for face unlock as well, though it was noticeably slower than using the fingerprint scanner. Talking about the camera segment, the Galaxy M40 comes with a 32 megapixel, 8 megapixel and a 5 megapixel camera at the back, which are 32 megapixel standard at the focal length of 1.7 and the 8 megapixel ultra wide and the 5 megapixel depth sensor. The front camera or the front selfie camera is 16 megapixels. Multiple cameras are the flavor of the season, and the Samsung Galaxy M40 sports 4 of them. The 3 sensors on the back of the phone offer a high resolution primary camera paired with an ultra wide and depth sensor. No, you won't find a telephoto lens here. The camera does a reasonable good job at capturing images, though low level details are often lost. That said, image looks plenty good when viewed on phone's display. The wide angle camera lacks autofocus capabilities and is best used for capturing landscapes or architecture. The camera doesn't handle shooting into the sun well, and it can on occasion lead to significant lens flares. I wasn't very impressed by the portrait mode on the M40. While the phone did a reasonable job at identifying the profile of the person, bokeh drop-off was very artificial looking. Video capabilities on the M40 top off at 4K at 30 frames per second, but the phone lacks any form of stabilization, which makes capturing stable footage an exercise in frustration. So talking about the Galaxy M40, it was launched on 2019 June. The body of the phone is of front glass and plastic body. Considering the SIM slots, it's a hybrid dual SIM slot having nano SIM and dual SIM standby. Considering the display is of a PLS TFT capacity touchscreen having 16 million colors and of 6.3 inches. Resolution capability is 1080 by 2340 pixels. The protection done is by a Corning Gorilla Glass. As of the platform, is running on Android OS 9.0 Pie, having one UI layer on top of it. As of the chipset is of Qualcomm Snapdragon 675 chipset. The CPU is of octa-core 2x2.0 GHz and the GPU is of Adreno 612. As of memory segment, the card slot can be expanded up to micro SD, up to 1 TB can be expanded. As of internal memory, the phone comes in 2 variants, either 64GB 4GB variant or 128GB 6GB RAM variants. As of talking about the main camera, it's again of a triple camera setup having 32 megapixel main camera as well as a 8 megapixel ultra wide camera and a 5 megapixel depth sensor camera. The features of the camera of the main camera are LED flash, panorama, HDR, autofocus and various shooting modes. Hyperlapse as well as slow-mo and super slow-mo videos are capable by the main camera. And the video capturing quality of the main camera is 2160p at 30 frames per second as well as 1080p at 30 frames per second. And talking about the secondary camera, it's a single lens 16 megapixel camera having HDR and the video recording capability is 1080p at 30 frames per second. Talking about the sound segments, it's a mono loudspeaker setup having no 3.5mm audio jack and active noise cancellation is done by dedicated mics. Dolby Atmos surround sound is also available. In the communication segments, Samsung is provided with a wireless LAN setup, a Bluetooth, a GPS, NFC, radio and USB. The Bluetooth is of 5.0 and USB is of 2.0 Type-C connector. Features include sensors like fingerprint rear-mounted sensor, accelerometer, gyro, proximity and compass. As of the battery situation, it's a non-removable lithium polymer 3500 mAh battery capable of doing fast charging up to 15 watts of charging. The phone is available in various colors like seawater blue, midnight blue, cocktail orange. So that's it guys, thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, consider subscribing my channel and click the bell icon for future updates.